We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. Chris dancing us into that one. It's Thursday, November 19th. I'm Jeff here with my friends, Brandon and Stephanie. How we feeling? Happy Friday, Junior.
I feel good to be your friend.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was nice.
See? It's almost Thanksgiving. It's time to give thanks. It's time to give thanks, Steph. Say something nice about Brandon.
You look very clean haircutted today.
Wow, that took a while.
Yeah,
It's only a half-hour show.
Behind the scenes, we're having a little talk here and there, huh?
He's always gorgeous.
We got to get into it. It's only a
He's
half hour,
always
and that took way too long.
Speaking of haircuts.
Good transition, buddy. Lori Loughlin's husband, Massimo Giannulli, reported to federal prison today. Earlier, he was seen sporting, as Brandon said, a shaved head and a beard. Massimo is serving a 5 months in a low-security prison for his involvement in the college admission scandal. It's a dramatically, look at that, different look from what we are used to seeing. Like his wife, Massimo will also have to spend 2 weeks in quarantine before he is put in the general prison population. And speaking of Lori, she's been locked up since October 30th, but according to People magazine, she has pulled herself together after a rough start, and the guards are not treating her any different. Lori has a little over a month left in her sentence. I'm saying a little less. She'll be out by Christmas.
By Thanksgiving.
But what do you think about this central casting look? You might as well just get a tattoo spider on his elbow and a Popeye anchor.
I thought he was going to have like one of her old makeup artists come and give him fake tattoos before he reported. But I mean, you kind of have to. Like, I look at this as him preparing himself, because he doesn't have a Felicity Huffman type sentence where he's only in for 11 days. He's supposed to reportedly he's supposed to do 5 months in there. So he can't show up looking like Jeff Schroeder, you know.
Ooh, I don't know how I look today, though, but whatever.
If you went to prison, you would have to go in looking like the Schrode from not the Big Brother reality show, from the Big Brother gang.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it.
Well, I was going to say something weird, but I won't go there. I was going to say he could be worse. He could like braid his hair and get like real gangster, you know, like fake gangster.
No, he can't go that far.
I'm thinking like Jamie Kennedy. Remember what's that movie that he did?
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah,
and
like
Will
that.
Ferrell and Get Hard.
Yeah, exactly.
No, well, everyone's saying he looks like Walter White. Have you got a picture of Walter White?
Yeah. Oh, that does look like Walter White.
Look at that. I just think
good call.
This is one of the worst make-unders that I've ever seen. I don't know what he's a very handsome man, and I think he's done it on purpose because I think he was a bit too handsome.
And you don't want to be that handsome.
And I think he doesn't want people to recognise him. He's lost that fake tan, glowing look. He's shaved off his luscious locks and he's hiding his hair, his face under all that hair. He's trying to disguise himself so people don't recognise him as easily. That's my theory.
You're on to something.
I think you're right on the money.
You don't want people to look at you as the guy with all that money for selling shirts at Target, because then you become a target.
Hey.
I think we knocked it out of the park on that one. All right, guys, we're going to change gears here. Some very sad news just coming in for Bobby Brown. His son, Bobby Brown Jr., was found dead in his home in Los Angeles. He was just 28 years old. The cause of death is still not known. His brother Landon posted this tribute on Instagram, writing, "I love you forever, King." This is the latest blow for Bobby Brown. As you remember, he lost his daughter, Bobby Christina, after she drowned in her bathtub in 2015. And 3 years earlier, his ex-wife, Whitney Houston, tragically died in the same way. I mean, tough times for Bobby Brown.
Beyond tough, because, I mean, if you think about it, remember last year we were doing the story about him producing or working with BET for that New Edition special.
Right.
You're thinking he's in the up and up. This is something that's positive, that's going to deliver him from the Bobby Christina. But now he gets this blow. I just pray that he has that support system around him so there's no relapse or he doesn't go through any sort of depression. You pray for the family.
Great point. Imagine losing your wife, can't imagine, then losing a daughter. Can't imagine, and losing a son.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. I hope you're right, Brandon. We wish the Brown family the best.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's move on. Nikki Bella says she has stopped talking to her brother. This is a lot of people could relate to this, over political differences. Steph, we talked about this last week, and you didn't think it was a thing. In a sneak peek of tonight's episode of Total Bellas, Nikki says she and her brother had a heated discussion about politics, and clearly they do not see eye to eye. Let's watch.
I don't understand what I did wrong in the situation, except say how I felt about politics, and I got destroyed by him with words. I stopped responding, and he just kept saying mean things after mean things, like terrible stuff. I couldn't even look at him and Lauren, to tell you the truth, because I'm just disgusted.
It's family, and people don't change, so you gotta accept who they are. And if you need to keep them at a distance, you keep them at a distance, but you don't keep
that's what I'm
them
gonna do.
away forever.
Yeah.
There you go, Steph. It's a thing.
I know. Well, the thing is, so I interviewed Nikki and Brie on Daily Blast Live a few months ago, and just before they were giving birth to their beautiful babies. And you know, they come from a very tight-knit family. I mean, obviously they've made their careers together as sisters. And so it's really upsetting, you know, that such a tight-knit family that have literally had their career all together in the public spotlight, that this has happened. But I mean, the country, like we've said, it's been completely divided. And I just think it's so sad that you can like lose that relationship with a sibling, and I do hope they can work it out. And like her sister said, Bree said, you know, sometimes you've just got to accept that you don't see eye to eye and you've got to take a step back and just distance yourself. But I hope they can work this out, because blood is thicker than water.
Were you wearing your Make America Great hat again when you interviewed them?
No.
Stephanie, I put her on the spot just because it was funny. It was funny because it probably wouldn't have ended well.
Your DMs are going to be popping today. but look, remember last week when we did the story, and I believe, what's the show Michael J. Fox was on back in the day when they were talking about Family Ties?
Yeah, where he was a Republican.
Should we have a sitcom that goes around family and politics? What did I say?
You
it should
said
be
that.
a reality show.
Yeah.
Exactly. What I want people, especially celebrity families, I want people to look at what your family looks like, arguing over what party belief they have. And this is a classic example, the way that my show, Celebrities in Politics, or Families in Politics, working title, don't steal it. That's how it would be structured. You see them two talking about it, and then you get into the Jerry Springer part of it, and you get people throwing turkeys and arguing and mashed potatoes.
I don't want to see any turkeys being
It's a hit.
I think you're on to something there. For me, I mean, we talk about it enough on a daily basis, and I get paid to talk about it.
Yep.
So when I go out in public and then people are my neighbors and they're like, "Man, could you believe Trump?" I'm just like, "Yeah, I can't believe it." And like, "Well, what a Biden? What an idiot!" I'm like, "Yeah, what an idiot." Whatever they say, I just roll with it, and if they want to continue to go, I'm just like, what was that? I think my kid's calling me, and then I'm out of there.
Really?
You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to get into politics at all. Like, I joke around with Yusuf, I didn't mean to call you a Republican. People are gonna start right in.
Right in.
Yeah, so it's like, it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? Polarizing, yeah. By me just saying that to you, people are like, wait a second, Stephanie's a Trumper? And then it's like, your whole image has changed. So it's like, it's so polarizing that I don't want to talk about it.
Just to confirm, I am not. But
there you go. I wanted to confirm.
Don't throw me under the bus.
Because people are, get their greasy fingers. They're like, Mom,
I was going to say
they're stuck in a Pringles can. They can't get it out fast enough.
They're going to be off the hook today for all the wrong reasons.
All right, enough making fun of the audience. Coming up on DBL, she was a woman of the law who says they fired her for being gay, how she's turned the tables, and how she was just elected a new sheriff in her town. And Melissa McCarthy reveals her hubby has a man crush on Harry Styles. Who's your man crush, Brandon? We'll find out when we come back. Artsy. Welcome back to DBL. Melissa McCarthy revealed that her husband has a man crush. During an appearance on Ellen, Melissa said her husband has fallen pretty hard for Harry Styles.
Oh.
Melissa joked that she's waiting for him to ask her to cut her hair a little shorter, but added cutting her hair would make her look, like the former boy, wouldn't make her look like the former boy band singer. Instead, she would just look a little more tragic.
Well, she's wearing a dress.
There you go, just like the Vogue cover.
Yeah.
Just like the Vogue cover. There
Do
you
you
go.
guys have any man crushes?
Well, Brand, I'm dying to hear yours. Do you have a man crush?
And we're very comfortable with
I'm
ourselves
very
to
comfortable.
have man crushes, so please stay out the mentions, please. It would be Will Smith.
Of course
Good
it
one.
is.
Because look how good looking that. Oh my gosh, look at that side by side.
I was
Look at
gonna
this
say,
guy.
you guys I was like, you may as well look in the mirror and take a selfie, darling. Hey.
You got to get that goatee going, and then you got it.
Yeah.
My facial hair grows too much for a goatee. I tried it back in my
Really?
20s, but now I got to be a shave
He's
guy.
got the
but-
Will Smith look. I'll give him
yeah,
that.
But that's,
Sure.
that's Hitch. Come on now, that's Alex
Dude.
Hitchens. That's Hitch himself.
That's a good man
What about
crush.
you?
That's a
Who'd
good.
you like
I'm
there?
very comfortable. I have many. I had to whittle this down.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking, I think, for America. Tom Brady is the ultimate guy's
Tom
man
Brady?
crush.
Really?
Come on.
Is that
He's the best. He's the goat.
Because he's awesome at what he does.
Yes, he's awesome.
like
He's
the whole
handsome. He's
package?
married to a model. He seems like the perfect man.
Wait a minute. You guys, can we bring back that first picture of Tom Brady?
Is that-
if y'all
were you-
think I look like Will Smith, can we bring back that first picture? That's you, Jeff. That's side by side. Look at the
I
hair off to
wish.
the side.
He's a handsome man, I tell you. I
at that.
wish. I have many, but I think if you polled America, even though I hate surveys, they're going to say Tom Brady.
No.
Well, I bet there's a lot of gentlemen out there that have got man crushes on both of you two, so...
You think?
You think?
Yeah, and I was going to say, you both have definitely picked men that you both look like.
Ooh,
You
interesting.
You both picked
Maybe
guys
our
that
man
look
crushes on
similar.
ourselves, Brandon.
We're talking about the man in the mirror.
I like that. I'm going to leave it there. Good button. George Clooney reveals that, speaking of man crushes,
That's a
there's
man
another
crush,
one. George
yeah.
Clooney reveals that the time when Brad Pitt asked him, another man crush, during an interview with GQ, George said while he and Brad were filming Ocean's 12 in Lake Como, Italy, where George lives, Brad decided to have some fun at his expense. Let's watch.
Brad sent out a memo to all the people in the town, my town. I'd lived there for years. But he had it posted on like telephone poles. It said, the movie is coming to town, and please only address George Clooney as Mr. Clooney, or in his character name of Danny Ocean, and don't look him right in the eyes. So the papers was like, El Divo, George Clooney is El Divo. Well, it was a horrible story, which I later got him back for.
That's how rumors spread, though, for real.
Yeah.
And you can't prank these days because now it's called hazing. I just really quick, I know we got like 30 seconds. My rookie year, Steve Smith from USC, not the other Steve Smith, he wouldn't sing. Rookies had to sing. He wouldn't sing. So Brandon Jacobs, a bunch of the guys came into our room at night, dumped water and baby powder all over us, all over our stuff. I still hate you to this day, Steve Smith, for not singing, but you're one of my best friends.
But you got a great story.
Yeah,
out
great
of it.
story, great story.
Great, real quick, Steph. George Clooney, Brad Pitt. You got to pick one.
Oh, George any day. The older the better.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so ciao to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and I didn't. Everyone loves young Brad Pitt, but he's never floated my boat. Older Brad Pitt.
All right, adios, Brad. I was in Italy, now I'm all over the place. We'll be right back.
Ciao.
Ciao.
If you have
To DBL, there's a new sheriff in town, or the town of Ohio, I should say. I'm totally messed that up. Charmaine McGuffey says she was fired from her job in the sheriff's office all because she was gay, but that didn't stop her from going after her dreams, and now she's got her own agenda and the power to make it happen. Sam spoke to her earlier in today's DBL Spotlight.
Welcome to the show, Sheriff-elect Charmaine McGuffey. We are so glad you could join us. Let me tell you, people all over my social media feeds are tweeting about you, Instagramming about your story. You are so inspirational. So, number one, of course, congrats on your big win. And we're going to get into all of that in a bit. But first, I want you to take us back to 2017. You were a major in the sheriff's office in Hamilton County, Ohio. And you say your boss at the time, Sheriff Jim Neal, had you fired, all because you're an out lesbian and you were challenging them on police reform. Tell us what happened.
Well, that's exactly right. I had been a 33-year veteran of the sheriff's office, and I did hold the rank of major, the highest ranking woman in the history of the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. And yes, I had been speaking out about the lack of accountability for officers with excessive use of force, the sexual harassment of women officers and women inmates. And also, of course, I was an out lesbian. I marched in the Gay Pride Parade in uniform with my wife, and I know there were men in the upper echelon that simply did not like that. And I was called in on May 5th, 2017, and my 33-year stellar career, by the way, was ended in 15 minutes by Sheriff Neal with a report that says you're hostile, you're fired. So that's how it happened.
How did that make you feel?
I was stunned. I was in shock. I really could not for weeks leave my house after that, not because I was afraid to leave my house, but because I really just did not even have the energy to open the front door.
Okay, so tell me this. How did you decide to run against your former boss? And did revenge have anything to do with it?
Well, I'll answer first to say revenge had nothing to do with it. I started thinking about the sheriff's office and the fact that I had so many reforms that I had initiated and created that had so much momentum. And we were building. It took me years to build those programs. And I thought to myself, you know what? I can do a better job than Jim Neal. I can run that department better than him. And then additionally, someone called me from the Democratic Party, a woman I didn't even know. And she said, hey, we're looking for somebody to run against Jim Neal. And so I said to her, well, do you want me to suggest some names? I mean, what do you? And she said, no, we want you. We want you. That's how it happened.
That is incredible, because that is so flattering, and I can only imagine that must have felt, it must have, like finally you were vindicated, right? Because you felt that he and that department completely slandered your work, your name, your beliefs. So finally, now how did it feel to beat your former boss in the primary and then go on to win against a challenger that he then supported?
Right. Well, it felt tremendous. And, you know, I was confident I was going to win because I knew the public saw through that whole facade that I put forward. And we won in a landslide, 70%.
Now that there's a new sheriff in town, what's your primary focus and what do you hope to accomplish?
The primary focus is criminal justice reform, and that means accountability, transparency, and that reform piece that is actually going to change the way we work in the system and change the way people encounter the criminal justice system. I'm going to bring diversity to the table. I'm going to hold officers accountable for their behavior, and I'm going to do it in a transparent way so that people will buy into the criminal justice system, and we can stop all of this drawing battle lines and build some bridges, for God's sakes.
Wow. Thank you, Sheriff-elect Charmaine McGuffey. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being the example, and we wish you the best of luck in your new job.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the interview. I so appreciate it. Great to see you.
Good to see you, too. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. Earlier, I showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. So check out today's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSafe.com.
All right, I got Hanukkah on the way. We got Christmas, Kwanzaa. We need gifts. What do you have for us today, Steph?
Something for all of those festive occasions. Some amazing products and deals that you're going to love. So first, we've got something to make your clothes wrinkle-free in no time. It's the Sailor V Quick Stream Handheld Steamer. So it's a powerful clothes steamer that produces strong, drip-free steam as quick as 35 seconds. Normally, it's $70, but we've got it for you guys for $29. So you're saving 59%. And next we've got something for your pearly whites. It's the Towel Clean Sonic Toothbrush and UVC cleaning station.
What is that?
So it kills 99.9% of germs while recharging your toothbrush. So normally this is $149. We've got it for $49, saving 67%.
And that'll look good in your bathroom.
Oh, it's
that's a
so
sculptural
cool.
piece. I like
this
that.
This looks like an ornament or something, doesn't it?
know.
I love it. And now when I get home from a long day at work, I just want to relax and, you know, have a break. And that's where the Sonic Comfort TheraPlus heated deep kneading shiatsu massager really comes in handy. And the best part is that it's got heated therapy, which will help ease any tension.
I love the heat.
I know. So normally it's $200.
Kind of pricey.
We've got it for $39,
No!
saving 81%. So this, it's the Laundry by Shelly Segal PJ set.
Oh, I love
Now
it.
this is a loungewear set that is so soft. It's stretchy. Now normally it's $88 for the set, but we've got it today for $24, which means our viewers save up to 73%.
Head on over to morningsave.com, you all, to snag these amazing deals at seriously the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com. Go ahead and do it on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph.
I need that massager for my shoulder.
Amazing. Hanukkah, Christmas, everything. Get those deals.
Say Hanukkah again.
Hanukkah.
I will see you tomorrow, guys.